Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulldogs offense will have the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The give to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, 5-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Dogs are marching down the field. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Kentucky's offense will take the field for the first time. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the Bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, past the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Hodges. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll try the left side. Find some fresh air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The give to the tailback. Across the 45. Turning it on. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. It must be great to be a Georgia linebacker. Coming downhill with speed. Defensive front eats up blockers, and you make the play.
It is nice, and it's nice because usually they got 3 guys in front of you. They're eating 5, and those linebackers get to come downhill, make plays in the backfield like you saw right here.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got him downfield. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Called down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And a big-time grab there, knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Jukes his way for more. He now has 74 yards rushing in this game, and what a year he's had, getting closer and closer to 1,800 for the season. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Takes the easy completion. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They're going to run it. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating if you're a defensive guy. Time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle. It's Gilmore. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here's the pressure. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Kentucky right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Let's go.
Snap in the shotgun. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. That is no good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hold. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. intercepted. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Snags a quick pass on the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Gets it out quickly. Gets away from one. He's got space. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Georgia going back to work with another first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Running to Green. There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second and goal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pocket breaking down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll leave it with him. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Under fire. They're working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a double.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game?
Let's go! Let's go! Ready to go!
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. You can can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Pulls and fires complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. He'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of...
Oh, he's got some space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wildcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete on the right side. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much. But keep fighting, man.
Yeah.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Agnew. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take